Alright guys, Papa Pepper here once again. This is video 15 in my Advice from Papa series. Big shout out again to Susie's Corner for asking me to do this in the first place. She didn't quite ask me to do this much of it, but people are being blessed. Newer users are finding some good information and some thoughts, some different perspective and insight. So I figured as long as I'm coming up with ideas that are relevant and valid, I might as well continue to put them out, and then people can kind of expect me to be doing so on a daily basis. We'll see exactly what it turns into moving forward, but for the moment, just still going to be offering up some advice. Time and time again, I've both had to kind of pep talk myself in my history on Steemit, but also pep talk others into just a simple truth, and that is, if you give up, if you quit, there is no chance that you will succeed. If you continue, there's a possibility, there's a potential. There's no guarantee, there's no promise. You'll hear me say that a lot, you'll hear me type that a lot. But there is a potential and there is a possibility. And that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about. I'm going to use an example, and this actually says it was from 10 months ago now. So this was a post of mine. It says it was from 10 months ago, and it was called The Ancient Art of Perseverance. Okay? The full title was The Ancient Art of Perseverance, How a 7-Cent Post Led to Earning Over $300. And what happened was I had begun a series. Actually, it's a series I'm still doing. It's my Edible Outdoors series. At the time I did this post, I had made about 7 posts in that series. I dealt with common yellow wood sorrel, lamb's quarters, American gooseberry, stinging nettle, sassafras, creeping Charlie, and dandelion. These are still some ones that I eat frequently and definitely enjoy. And I started this series just because I was learning more about eating from the wild, eating this free food. And actually one of the biggest problems people have with eating the free food when they actually do it is that it's so nutrient rich and dense with just vitamins, nutrients, minerals that their bodies have a hard time with it because they're used to paying money for this bland, robbed of everything food at the supermarket. So when I started the common yellow wood sorrel post, it got me 7 cents. 7 cents. I sit here and work hard, do some research, share some of my own experience, take some original photos, put together this post, and plan on making a series out of it, and it gets 7 cents. So what do I do at that point? Do I say, okay, this is a waste of time? This is obviously not worth my effort. This is something I should just move on from and do something else with? Now, I mean, eventually, the payout of that post got all the way up to $2.32 with 24 votes on it. Okay, so even in the end, we could really say that's nothing fantastic, that's nothing amazing. But what happened is I continued that series, and as I said, I did those first 7 posts. On the 7th post, there was a whale who came by, and they saw that post, and they said, wow, this is something here, and they upvoted that 7th post. And then they went back through and upvoted previous posts. So although I had a 7-cent pending payout on my first post there, they saw the other ones, they came back and upvoted every single one of them, to the point that when you total them, at the time it was worth a grand total of over $300. Now that's a big difference when you go from 7 cents to $300. I mean, it's really a $299.93 difference. Almost a difference of $300. And the reason that I shared that story in the post, The Ancient Art of Perseverance, is just if I would give up. If I would say, well, 7 cents Edible Outdoors, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about foraging. It was before the foraging trail, before Haphazard Homestead had joined and others. And there was, less people doing that type of thing. I could have said, okay, there's not much of a market here. I'll just move on and do something else with my time. Now, if you look, I'm still doing those posts. I think I'm at number 25 or 26. Just did one about a chickweed the other day, and that was, again, a good paying post, which I'm really blessed by. So here's the thing for you guys. You guys are dealing with a situation, if you're a newer user, where you probably don't have much of a following. You may be happy to get 24 votes and $2 on a post. You may have 7-cent payouts right now. You have two options, for the most part. You could either continue going, continue to learn and develop and network and meet others and encourage people and gain a following and refine your skills and learn new things to be doing. Or you can say, you know what, I know Steemit giving me 7 cents for a post is more than anyone else is giving me anywhere else in the internet, but it's still not worth my time. I'll just watch the television or something, or I'll go for a walk. It's your choice. Nobody has to join Steemit. Nobody has to post here. Nobody has to upvote here, comment here, any of that. But we have a remarkable opportunity, I believe. And just like all of a sudden continuing from my 7-cent point there, eventually led to hundreds of dollars, I think that's a miraculous thing. I think that's an incredible thing. That's a huge blessing for me and my family. And it's very encouraging to see that. Now, will that happen? I can't guarantee anything. But you guys have a 7-day payout window now too. You can post, I think as many times a day as you want. So if you're putting out a post, maybe daily, maybe a couple times a day, and they're quality, and eventually you really catch someone's eye with the post that comes later, there's a good chance they will click on your username. They will go to your blog page, and they may upvote multiple ones. Or maybe there's some that are, $3 or $12 and some that are a couple cents. Maybe they'll just upvote the ones that actually got a good payout, because then it kind of exponentially increases, where it would add 30 cents to a post that has a very low payout. Maybe it'll add $1.30 to a post with a higher payout or something like that. But there is a potential for people to head back and look at your blog history over the past week and upvote multiple ones where you would say, okay, well, that earned 12 cents, that earned a nickel, that didn't earn anything. I mean, I've seen it myself where all of a sudden I'll know about what my post payouts are, and then I'll go back and look at them, and all of a sudden they all jumped a good amount. And what happened is that somebody went through and upvoted a whole line of them. One thing you may be seeing these days, and I'm going to stick this in here, is you may see that all of a sudden you've got a payout, say it's $2.42, and all of a sudden it drops down and you've got $2.11, and you're like, well, what happened here? Did I get flagged? But you don't see where there's any downvote. You don't see where there's any flag. You say, well, what happened here? The potential post payout is based upon the value of Steem. So if this price of Steem is fluctuating and dropping, you may be losing money, on your potential payout. It may decrease in value without a flag or without a downvote, anything happening. Additionally, if Steem begins to climb in price again, you may see it increase in value without another upvote added. You may say, wait, nobody else voted on this. How did it increase in value? Well, the price of Steem was going up at the time. And one thing that I want to share with you guys too, there was a while ago, you can look back 2 months ago, a lot of my posts were a couple dollars. It's a little different from what you see right now. And a lot of things have always been kind of hit and miss. Even when Steem was worth a dime, you'll see that I was posting on a consistent basis because I knew something. I knew that if I get a post payout of $1 and Steem is worth a dime, well, if Steem goes up to $1, then that post is worth $10. If Steem goes up to $5, then that post that showed up as $1, would be worth $50. So here's something to think about. Bitcoin's over 2,000. There's other altcoins out there that are worth, over $100. There's plenty of them that are worth more than $1. Steem has a lot going for it. It's not just another cryptocurrency. It's got the whole platform, the whole community, a whole another aspect to it that no other cryptocurrency other than maybe Golos, I would believe, really has. And I think that is incredible because it's also entry-level cryptocurrency, putting the power into the hand of the common people. People can upload pictures, people can type, people can make a post. A lot of people don't have extra capital just to buy cryptocurrency with as a potential investment or something. A lot of people don't have the know-how or the equipment to mine cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is pretty much out of the hands of the common people. I never cared much about it before. I never had a reason to. I never had any interaction with it because that's not where I was in my life. Now because of Steemit, it all of a sudden puts me in touch with cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency in touch with me with the way that I can earn it just by commenting and curating and posting. And all of a sudden I can be making money online in the form of Steem in a way that was never possible before. And trust me, most of the world still doesn't know about cryptocurrency. They don't know about Steem. They don't know about Steemit. But the more that this continues, the more people are going to get exposed to it. And I think it's not unrealistic. Now, I'm not promising anything. I'm just speculating. Perhaps I'm wishful thinking. But there's no reason that Steem couldn't easily wind up being more than $5 or $10 each, even by the end of this year, per Steem. That's kind of fantastic to think about when you look in your account and they give you some to start with. It's kind of fantastic to think about when you make a post that's worth $1 and you get a Steem. You have 1 Steem power added or something. That could be worth a lot more one day, and it could be worth a lot more in the near future. So again, I'm not promising anything, I'm not saying anything, but I'm not saying anything other than the fact that there is a lot of potential here. And for those who do persevere, for those who do keep with it, even if you only wind up with an account value worth $50 right now, well, if all of a sudden, Steem is worth 10 times as much, that's an account worth $500. We're talking about a whole different thing here then. So just wanted to encourage you guys on that. If you give up, you're not going to succeed. I can guarantee that. If you quit Steemit, there's no way you'll ever make any more. On Steemit, there's no way you'll ever make anything if you haven't made any yet. But if you continue, there's a possibility and a potential. And not only is there a potential to earn something now, but that something may be worth a whole lot more one day. So I just wanted to leave you guys with those thoughts for a day. Hopefully it encourages you. Hopefully it gives you some food for thought. Like I said, my 7-cent post, because I continued with it, made 6 more in that series at that point, eventually was worth more than $300. That's cool. That's amazing. Papa out.